Whippersnappers, it's Tortoise the Great. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Minecraft on the Farside server. Today we're going to be doing a bit of farming, but not the crop kind. We are going to be taking a look at a couple of farms. Well, we're going to be taking a look at one farm that we helped, kind of helped with, and then another we're going to actually do some work on. So, I wanted to stop off here though today because, I wanted to show you guys, so a couple of the guys here on the server, Yeti, myself, Addy, and I think that's actually probably about it. I think the three of us pretty much put this thing together, and by put this thing together, I mean Addy and Yeti put this thing together, and Yeti and I, with probably some help from Addy at some point in the line, cleared out the whole monument. So this is a guardian farm. You can see the little buggers down there splashing around. And so this whole big square in the middle of the ocean used to be an underwater ocean, monument or whatever, with where the guardians spawn. And they cleared out all the water. So they put in this wall and cleared out a lot of the water on the outside of the monument, and then Yeti and I got on one night and we cleared out all the water on the inside as well as the monument itself. And so then they were able to come in, and him and Addy threw this thing together, and it looks fantastic. Really, really class act here. Some cool properties here of the prismarine blocks. Apparently mobs don't spawn on them, which is cool. So yeah, the mobs apparently won't spawn on it, so it's good for making farms and stuff where you don't want mobs spawning. Yeah. So yeah, this is a cool farm. It's a design. I believe they used Ethos design to make this thing, and it generates. I mean, you can see all these little guys in here. Let's jump down here to the killing floor area. They've got a nice little base set up here with all the enchantments and everything. And then I think if we come in through here, they fall down into the, so they come up from up here. If we can get back out, there we go. So they spawn in this top layer of water here, above these signs, and then they fall down into the water here. And I've got nothing to pillar with. So they fall into the water at the bottom, which then flows to this central point, and they get dropped through this fire. And then they come down here where they burn to death. A Yeti co-product. Yep. So then this thing just fills up. They drop fish, and they drop these prismarine shards, as well as prismarine crystals. So let's grab a couple of these. Yeah, I think that's all we need. Let's see if we can't get away from them slightly. Nope. Looks like we can't. But so the prismarine crystals... well, should... maybe, is it just 4? Yep. How about the shards? These are supposed to make things, so that makes prismarine bricks. I think there's different combinations of these things. Let's see if we do this in the corner. Let's see what that does. Nothing. Maybe if we put something in the center there. Let's put this back. No, nothing. I don't know. These blocks make something. They make pretty much everything. These items make pretty much everything that can be found in the monument. So, prismarine bricks, you should be able to make these lamps. You've got prismarine blocks there. There's also a dark prismarine, which I think we saw one chunk of. Yeah, so there's a chunk of it here. All of that is supposedly... you can make it with those materials. So the prismarine block is cool though. If you notice here, let me get out of range of that noise. But if you notice here, if you look at it for a long time, it's animated. It changes color. So it's like a greenish blue, and then it'll turn into a purple, and all kinds of stuff. I didn't notice it until Yeti said something. I remember, I picked some up and it was purple. See, there it goes. It's starting to change now. Picked some up and it was purple, and I picked some up later, it was like green. I could have sworn this was purple, but I didn't really think much of it. But then Yeti's like, man, look at it, it's animated, it's changing. So yeah, it's kind of slow and steady, so you may not even notice it at first, but it definitely is, it changes colors, which is cool. one of the few blocks that has any kind of action like that. So, but this goes and cranks out like crazy. They've got all these chests up here, or in here, are... Oop. Oop. Yeah, I don't need that. All these chests are just full to the brim, but it does take like... It's supposed to take like 9... So to get a stack of... To get a stack of the bricks or whatever, you need, you know, 9 stacks or whatever. So it takes a lot. So I think Yeti spent a couple of nights down here AFKing at it to collect that stuff. But yeah, very cool. We may try to work some of this stuff into our build. We did help it. It did take a little while for Yeti to clear things out, so I didn't get a chance to help build it, but at least we did help out with this a little bit. I just couldn't get online the night that they were getting together to do it, to physically build the thing. But yeah, so that's a cool farm. We may use some of these materials in the future. They've also started out an underwater base here, and I believe that this is Yeti's attempt. And it's looking mighty fine. Look at all this. Okay, so let's look. What are all these signs? Because I don't believe... New tunnel. Stable. Okay. We're riding horses around down here. New tunnel. Okay, so this room was full of water last time I was here. They had that tunnel in, and I think they had the room built, but they hadn't emptied it out yet. So that's cool. But yeah, so they're working on this underwater base, and I'd love to see it. So I've got my Aqua Affinity helmet on, but yeah, this is gonna be cool. It's not even on the bottom or anything. It's just there. So let's get above the surface and see if we can't. Yeah, that's pretty sick. That's pretty sick. So yeah, they're having some fun out here, and we may at some point be putting a branch on here. You know, I'm usually pretty Spartan in the builds that I do, but so I'm not gonna like make tons of rooms just for the sake of rooms, but we may definitely be helping out with this at some point, expanding this out a little bit. They got a ton of sponges somewhere. Here they are. That we use to clear out the water. They got that from apparently in the monument. There's a big room full of sponges or something that they had collected before I came to help clear it out. So yeah, a fun little thing. We may be doing some stuff out here, but yeah, check out Yeti's channel. I think he's got some videos out here. I'm not sure if Addy recorded anything, but you can check out his stuff too. Let's head back in, and we'll head over to the Nether, and or the end actually, because the other farm we're gonna work on today is an end farm. I saw recently on a video of Doc's, and I'll link in the description, but I saw recently on a video of his, back in the, what are you guys doing there? Well, and I don't know who's clearing out that stuff, but I'm gonna fill it back in because it's only hurting the rates on this farm, if anything. The farm that we've got currently for our XP farm, the Enderman farm, and I saw on an episode of a video of Doc's, and again I'll link to it, but apparently, and I think I showed this in a video before, but apparently, let's actually, I want to dump some of this stuff up here, because if I don't need it, I really don't want it on me, just in case I die. Put that, I'm gonna hold on to this cobble generator and my slabs. We'll hold on to these for now. The food. Alright, I'll put this stuff down here too. Because we are going to be working a little bit on the Ender farm here. I think that was everything of value that I brought. I don't think those shears are mine. Yeah, we'll call it that. So we're going to be working on this farm. At one point, when Cluster was still playing on the server, he had implemented this farm, and it was working great. It's an inexpensive Enderman farm that utilizes some 1.8 mechanisms that previously were not available. So we're climbing up here. We've got an Ender farm, the old style with all the pistons and everything, and it's okay, but in terms of like actual effectiveness, it's pretty worthless. You've got to stand down at the Ender farm for, you know, a very long period of time to accumulate enough Endermen to be even worth bothering trying to kill. And then, you know, once you have it, you got to do it again. Like if you want to do multiple enchants or something, it's a serious pain right now. This thing's rates are just not good enough. And I can't remember if we showed it on camera or not, but at a certain point, Cluster, and I helped him out with it a little bit, laying out the main platform at least. Well, although really that's all that's really involved in this farm. So I helped Cluster build it, but it was an Enderman farm, and apparently with the mechanisms that are in place, Endermen have a great hatred for Endermites. For whatever reason, they are not fans. And so if there's an Endermite within their visual range, they go crazy and they run at it and try to kill it. And so someone built, well, not someone, Doc built an Enderman farm utilizing that, where he got an Endermite and he put it in a cart, put a name tag on it, and then he sat it in the middle of like a series of holes. And so what that did was the Enderman would see the Endermite, they would rush towards it, and then they would fall down into the Ender farm. And so it was super effective, especially if you have everything properly watered down and everything, which people have been digging around in here, and so I'm gonna have to re-spawn proof the end, I think. But it's gotten to the point where really this farm is almost useless as it is, and that's sad because somebody put in a ton of work here putting this thing together. But it doesn't work, and unfortunately it's just a waste of space at this point. But if we build this thing up here, it should supplement the current farm and really help us get our rates back up so that we can use this as a sufficient experience farm. So that like when you're standing down there, like in Doc's video, if you guys go watch it, in his video, man, they are flying. I mean, you can't kill them fast enough to use it. So that's what I want. I want so many Endermen spawning and falling into this farm that we have difficulty keeping them dead. Because at this point, the long wait to get Endermen in order to kill them is just it's not effective enough. People are having to resort to other things. You know, if I'm doing enchanting, it's, you know, pretty few and far between at this point. So it'll be good to get all of that stuff going. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish filling up this platform. I may need to stop and get more cobble at some point. I've got a reasonable number of slabs here, but who knows. So I'm gonna continue to fill this in, and once we get the whole platform put in, and then we'll get an Endermite captured, and we'll see this thing in action. Right now I'm kind of breaking the farm slightly because these guys are falling off here onto that. Ooh. Did it get him? I'm not looking at you, don't worry. Don't worry. Yeah, so I'll finish filling this in, and then I'll bring you guys back when we're at a point where we can top it off and see it in action. In fact, actually, before we do that, let's go down, and I want to show you the current rates of this thing so that once we get the farm working, you guys will be able to see, you know, exactly the changes that we've made here. So, well, although of course right now the rates are going to be even lower than usual because I've got guys that are spawning up top there. But generally speaking, this is like the most that you'll see down in this farm. And even without that thing on top, and I'm sorry, they're really loud. Let me turn them down slightly. Music sounds, hostile creatures. You know, even without the thing on top, you know, you'll get one or two every couple of seconds. I mean, this is certainly slower than maybe it would be, I guess, so it's not even a good representation, but this is maybe about half the rate that we would normally get. So I mean, it's still not impressive without it. But yeah, so we'll finish up what we're doing up top, and then this thing should be flying, because I think this one pad, without any real resources put into it, I mean, no pistons or anything like that, gives more spawning space than like the tallest farm of the former style would give. Like, you can only go so high before it's out of range for spawning. So I think that if you made the tallest version of it, it would still have less spawning spaces than this single pad that we're making that requires no pistons or anything like that. So I'm not going to tear down the old farm just because, you know, at one point this design stopped working, and nobody really knew why, so we tore it down, but Doc has found a fix for it. So we're going to keep going here, and I'm going to get this working, and I'll bring you guys back. So yeah, I will see you guys back in just a minute. Alright guys, welcome back. So, made some progress here. As I said, I finished up the platform, and so this is just a 33 by 33 platform, made largely out of half slab. There's a couple of places where I placed a slab and it went down, and so I just placed another one on top of it. If Endermen end up carrying these off, I guess I'll come up and fix it, but for now I think we'll probably be fine. So I've also laid in the center here, and so in the center of this pad, what makes this whole thing work is that we've got these holes. So we got stairs, or trapdoors and fences here, and so when Enderman's pathfinding reads this, it reads this as something it can walk on. But we've got them open, so when it walks towards here, it's attempting to get to this, but it doesn't read this as a hole, so it'll walk towards here and it'll just fall off. And so we've got a 3 high gap here, but everywhere else it's a 2.5 wide gap. So what we're going to do, ooh, you're going to get attacked at some point up here, I can just feel it. So what we're going to do is we're going to have an endermite in a minecart sitting on this block. And this block is really the fix here. In the original design, and why it stopped working, Doc's design, is they just had it sitting down here. But it was out of visibility of most of the Endermen in the platform, so they wouldn't come towards it. They would just hang out up here and kill rates. You put a block here and have it sit there, and they can all apparently see it. So it works out pretty well. So we put this block here. And then what we need to do now is we need to get an endermite in a minecart with a name tag down on that block. So let's jump on up here, get up on the platform. So what we need to do is, I guess we'll do this, alright, and then this. Alright, so let's put a wall up here. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a little track here for the endermite. I got some powered rails here. Got some torches so we can power this thing. Where's the... There we go. Let's see if I can knock that out. Put that right there, and that should do us. Oop. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to, let's put some slabs here so nothing spawns up here for the moment. I don't think they'll spawn this close, but I also don't want the endermite getting out. So what we gotta do is, yeah, so right here there is a hole, and let me actually, Alright, perfect. So underneath this there's a hole right above that block that we just placed, and so what I need to do now is, ooh, I might need some more ender pearls. There is a 5% chance that you will spawn an endermite by ender pearling as a player. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to eat a golden apple here. That should give me regeneration. Ooh, it doesn't give it very long though, does it? This might not work. Oh, no, nah, this isn't gonna work. I must have needed a god apple. But I'll just go at this, maybe not as quickly as I thought I would, but we'll just go here until we get ourselves an endermite, and yeah, definitely should have made a god apple. Gosh darn it, I didn't know which one it was. In Doc's video, they just ate a gold apple, which I'm like, oh yeah, absorption. This is going to take a while. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to continuously do this until I get what it is we're looking for, which is an endermite, and I'm probably going to have to jump down and get more. In fact, okay, so what I'm going to do is this is not working. I'm going to have to go down and get more ender pearls, and I'll probably make a god apple just to make things fun, and we'll just spam them until we get an endermite. So I'll be right back. I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I will see you guys back in just a second. Alright guys, welcome back. I went back and made a god apple. I'd thrown an extra apple in my ender chest just in case I needed it. Probably could have just gone ahead and made it the first time, but oh well. Didn't want to waste all that gold, but I figured go big or go home, right? We're just gonna go for it. But I also grabbed a ton more ender pearls. Better be enough. I mean, we can always go down and get more, but I'd rather not have to waste the time. So, alright. Now, let's eat this thing. Gives us 30 seconds of regen, so I gotta get going here. Oh, I really need this to be... a full block. I really don't want to be bouncing up here, because I want the ender pearl, or endermite in the bottom. Oh, come on now. Come on. Okay. Okay, there he is. Oh no, he got out. Alright, we got one. We got one. Okay, so, now, we're going to throw a name tag on him. He's named Bait. Let's get him in a minecart. And in fact, I need to get out of here. Alright, so we'll put him in a minecart. There we go. Perfect. So now we knock this out. Okay, so if we knock this out, he should fall. Oop! He's still alive. Okay, perfect. Perfect. So now what I need to do is I need to seal this up. And you can see some of them are already going for him. Let's clear this stuff out. Get all this stuff out of the way. There we go. Whew. When I made the apple, I earned the achievement Overpowered, which is probably about right. Probably didn't need to use 8 blocks of gold in order to... Man, look at all this stuff it gives you. That's useful. But yeah, I definitely... Tournament Grain just earned the achievement Overpowered. Probably didn't need to spend 8 blocks of gold to get this thing functional, but let's jump down here. He's now in place. He should be good to go there. This place cleared out quick, so they must have run. But if I get out of the area, it should... I think if I'm in the area, it conflicts with it. So if we come down here... Probably could have just landed with... Well, no, because I don't have... got resistance and stuff. Had nothing to do with fall damage. But if we come down here, it should be doing... Good. Let's try and clear this place out. Yeah, so now, I mean, before we were barely having anything down here, and now, I mean, it's not super quick, but it's quick enough that, like, going back and forth, I can't really kill everything that's here. And, you know, stop for a second, and here they come again, and so, I mean, if you go continuous, like, you know, there's gonna be people here for you to kill, so this will be perfect. Perfect. Yeah, this is working nicely. Yeah, stop for a second to pick things up, and, you know, all of a sudden you're full again. It would take minutes for it to fill up this much before, so we're definitely in a much better place. We've got the same, the right levels already because of the other farm to catch things up a certain height so that they don't die when they fall. They just are one part. And so that's what we're building off. We're already using that. So all we have to do is create that platform. And so again, we managed to kill things there, but we stopped for a second, and here they are again. So we're able to much quicker get up to levels. So yeah, this is perfect. I'm super excited that this works, and it takes minimal effort. I mean, it takes a little bit of time to lay in the platform, but way less time and resources than it would take to build a traditional one, and it's way more effective. So I guess the 8 blocks of gold I had to spend, but you know, whichever. I don't really have a need for gold, and I got so much of it from Yeti because he was buying all my iron for his gold farm that it doesn't really matter. So yeah, hey, whoa, chill, bro. So yeah, there we go. This farm is looking good. Let's get up to 33 so we can do 2 enchants at once, and maybe we'll throw some stuff on some books here before we take off. See what we can get. I may even have some unenchanted tools in my ender chest that we can try. There we go, level 33. That works out very nicely. Alright. Alright, so let's see. Is there anything in here unenchanted? No. We'll do a couple of books though. And let's oop, that's Fargo's. Let's find a chest that's not full of pearls. I think this one was empty. Yeah. Alright. So we'll dump this off, keep just our regular complement of pearls in here. I'm going to dump off this extra stuff. Well, the power rails I'm going to keep. That I'll keep. But this stuff can go to this. This is mine. Alright. Great. And we'll grab a couple of books. And gonna need a little more lapis. We'll do a couple of that. There we go. Alright, so let's see what we get. Ooh, a little bit of lag there is what we get. Alright, so we get a book, fire protection, aqua affinity. Aqua affinity could be good. Why not? Let's do that. I've got an aqua affinity helmet on me now, but if we're going to be working at the underground base, ooh, infinity, yeah, we'll do that. Perfect. So yeah, if we're going to be working at the underground or underwater base, we might want some more aqua affinity stuff just to be safe. You know, in case this helmet breaks or something, it'll be good to have that. And I think I've got some respiration books as well. So yeah, looking good. Well, I guess I could have enchanted this stuff. Well, let's do it. Why not? This thing refills so quickly, we can easily get our levels back, and we'll do it. And we'll throw an enchant on this chest place too, just to see what we're looking at here. And there we go. Hey, play nice. Sometimes it's dangerous in here because I'll come in here and I won't be wearing armor, because sometimes they hit you like that, and it's hard to help it. But if you're wearing armor, it'll damage your armor, obviously. But if you're not wearing armor, they pretty much kill you. So it's a throw up, toss up there, I guess, on what you're looking for. But if I'm here to enchant armor, I really don't want to like ding up my armor real bad in the process. Of course, that's what I'm doing here. But yeah, relax. All right, 33, perfect. And tons of more pearls. Drop these off. Alrighty. Get the lapis back. Alright, so let's enchant my chest and my pants. Chest plate. Protection, nice. 1, 2, 3, we'll get that one. Protection and thorns. Alright, I guess. Gotta get an unbreaking thing on that. There we go, unbreaking. Perfect. Ooh, unbreaking and protection. Perfect. Awesome. Alright. Well, very cool. So yeah, this farm is doing much better. I hope the rest of the Farsiders enjoy it. I pretty much just I saw that video and I told Cluster he had to come back on and deal with it, but you know, I didn't really have anything to do for a video today, so I was like, you know what, forget it. He's probably not going to get on to do it, and figured that'd be something simple. I mean, it is such a simple concept that didn't take a whole lot of preparation to get it going. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I enjoyed getting in there and doing that and getting something finished, because all my projects are so big and complicated that I don't often get things completed so much as the other things. So yeah, fun to be able to just come in here and get that working. It's going to be really helpful, especially as I'm wearing out tools and stuff. You know, I just made this thing not too long ago, and it's already almost gone. And I think I used it for Yetis to when we were clearing out the I used the cobble generator when we were clearing out the Guardian farm, which I showed you guys at the beginning of the episode. But yeah, so yeah, that works out very nicely. And ooh, and we're back at the Hobbit Hole. Fantastic. We'll have to come out here and do something at the Hobbit Hole next episode, I think. But I don't know what, but we'll do something. I might get rubber banded. Yeah, I don't know. I've got real bad. Well, the ping doesn't look so bad, but I've been getting weird rubber banding. Looks like we're doing a little bit better though. But yeah, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I've been Tortoise the Gray, and you guys have been great. And leave those likes, comments, and subscriptions for me. And I will see you guys next time. Have a good one.